Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. Bodhi's my guest
Is that what you said?
of honor, and we are going to be doing a similar video to Lacey. Not that he's watched it, because he doesn't like me. And we're going to be swapping 2 books.
Just going to do the first one now.
We have very different tastes. Not very different, actually. You and me are quite similar in the like I said, me and Lacey are similar in aspects.
I feel like I just like sci-fis.
I don't read sci-fi. He loves sci-fi. But you like fantasy and stuff.
Yeah, I like
you haven't really
fantasy
read
and
any
thrillers.
of it.
What fantasy books? Other than Fourth Wing and what's that it? I think that's it.
But he's reading a bit quicker, so I've got to get this video in while I can. Okay, you go first.
Okay.
We're giving each other books. What did you rate?
Wait,
what would you have rated yours?
Probably 5. I really liked it. There's 2 books. Should I show? I'm just gonna give you one because
So we both rated these books a 5-star, and that's what we're giving each.
I really want to give you the other one, but I don't know if you'd like it that much. But I really like it. I know which one you'd pick. So I'm just
go with your gut.
On what I want you to read, or
just go with your gut. Really?
Yeah.
Wait, you think I'll like it? Or is it
No, this is the one. I think you.
When did you read that?
In school, like ages ago. It's like very good. It's like one of the best. It's one of the.
And it's short.
It's one of the best books of all time.
And it's short.
I really like it, honestly. Classic. You got to read it. You have to have read it. If you're gonna be a reader, you got to read that. And then you can watch a. Oh, you probably won't watch a movie, but it's.
We have watched the movie.
Oh, you've seen it?
In English.
Yeah, it's very good.
Give me this.
It was that or.
Green light.
Yeah, you saw that. Yeah. I thought you'd like that. This was my safe bet.
I really like that though.
It was just my safe bet.
I don't like.
It's a bit weird.
Yeah.
But you like him, so I thought, yeah.
But it is.
Oh, you're happy I went with that, are you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad I did then. Went with my gut. I didn't think about that actually. That's non-fiction and this. Sorry, that's fiction and this is non-fiction.
I'm excited for mine.
Interesting. What's it gonna be?
I loved this book, and I really think you'll like it.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
It's demons. It has an.
I thought you were gonna pick Fairy Tale. Did you not pick it because it's longer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's got an insane. Do you remember me talking to you about it? Probably good if you don't.
No, but I'm sure once I read it and I get to the part that you were talking about, I'll be like, oh yeah.
Ending has an insane plot twist, and it's not that long.
What is it? 300? Sorry. Just about. Just
under 300. So perfect for you.
Nice.
290 pages.
Nice. I love the cover as well.
Yeah, it's my favorite book cover. I actually think you'll really like it.
What's the other one she did?
Invocations. That's devils and stuff. This one is like demons. I'm pretty sure.
Nice. I like that as well.
It's really good. Don't ruin it.
No. I won't. It's nice.
I reckon you'll
What's
really
yours?
like it.
300? 300. So about the same. Wait, flip to a page. Just go to like any random page. Yeah.
Yours
pretty
is a
simple.
pocket book.
I don't know. I think I stole this from school.
That's the blood.
Oh, yeah.
It's so good. Well, this was like the first book I've read about like demons and stuff.
Well, this is still
I was
in like
obsessed.
this is still in like the top 10 in Australia, and it's written in the 60s.
I said to you I wanted to read more classics.
Yeah. That. What's the other? What's the one with the 2 with Lenny and what's that called?
Mice
of
and
Mice and Men. That was good, but that's my favorite.
I want to read Little Women.
Really? Is that Jane Austen? I think it's Jane Austen. She's the author.
Ooh.
Yeah, you like that? Who's
These
the
are
author of
books of
that?
what?
Harper Lee. Great book. Awesome.
Over 30 million sold.
Yeah, it's fucking great. I love it. Awesome.
As he walks away, I said, these are our books,
Oh,
and
shit.
it's just me.
My bad. Thumbnail.
So we'll Bodhi will video him reading it, and he'll give his thoughts whilst reading it.
Yes, I will.
And I will do the same, and then we'll come back together when we've both finished.
Should I just
And a rating.
a rating at the end?
Well,
Yeah.
because we both said that there were 5 stars for us. was about time I gave you a book update for To Kill a Mockingbird, which is the book Bodhi chose for me as a 5-star read for him, or a book he just really enjoyed. And yeah, he just really enjoyed this book. I was very shocked that he picked this, to be completely honest, but I've definitely read a lot more books than him, so I have a lot more options. So the fact that he picked this, I was surprised, but not like too surprised. We did read this in school, but when I say that, did I really read it? Probably not. Did I really pay attention? Probably not. I remember the movie quite vividly, and I remember enjoying it like as much as you can for the storyline, but I didn't really remember the book. But I thought it'd come on here because I'm on page 127, so I'm nearly halfway, I think, and I plan to finish it by tomorrow, so I thought I'd give you an update because I'm also up to part 2 of the book, so I thought I'd give you my thoughts and feelings so far. I don't know if this is how the movie is, but I remember the movie going straight into the case and like Atticus, the lawyer, working with the black man that was accused of assaulting a white girl. I remember going immediately into that. I don't know if that's what happens in the movie, but that's what I remember. But at this point in time, all that's really been talked about is just the Atticus's son and daughter, like growing up, going to school, blah blah blah. Not really anything like that. It's just kind of, I feel like, leading up to the law lessons that the dad teaches his kids. It's been talked about how around town people aren't agreeing that he's defending a black man, and it's saying like all these racist things and everything, but it hasn't actually been talking about the case yet. So I'm assuming that will start happening soon. But I'm enjoying it. At this rate, it wouldn't be a 5-star for me. It'd be a high ranking, probably like a 4-star. So we see if it continues on that train. But yeah, I'm glad he picked this for me because I want to start reading more classic books. So I'll give you probably another update tomorrow and see how far I'm in. And yeah, hopefully Bodhi will give an update on House of Hollow as well. A bit of a change in scenery, but I'm just about to hopefully, well, I'm going to be reading the last 80-ish pages, I think, in To Kill a Mockingbird. So just come outside and I'm going to sit in the sun and read it. But before I finish it, I thought I'd give you my final thoughts before finishing it, obviously. So like I said in part 2, I'm up to part 2, which is when they start actually fully talking about the case and everything. So I'm finding it a lot more interesting now, and it's just really emphasizing like how bad it is to purely judge off race, which is obviously really sad, but I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm glad I'm reading like such an important book, like it's such a classic. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'm definitely going to be finishing this way before Bodhi finishes his. So hopefully he gives an update eventually. But yes, at the moment I'm really enjoying it.
So I'm just doing my quick recap on the book. I'm about halfway through at the moment. So A House of Hollows, which is about these 3 sisters, Grey, Iris, and Vivian, or Vivi. Really liking it so far. The first 80 pages were probably, they were good, but I wasn't like hooked. But now the ball's kind of dropped. One of them's gone missing and the other 2 are like searching for her. So the oldest one, Grey's, disappeared and they're picking up clues trying to find her, and it's all a bit supernatural. There's like weird things going on. So, and you don't fully know, there's things that have happened in the past that they're trying to figure out. that are probably going to help them figure out things right now. So that's kind of where I'm at, where you don't know what's happening. So I reckon I'll tear through the next few pages because I'm really hooked on it now. So yeah, I think I'm at 130 something, and it's a 290 page book. So I've almost finished this. I'm just doing it. I did one update, so doing a final update, like 10-15 pages from the end. So I pretty much know everything that's happened now. Very good. Took, I think, like the last, from like this point, the last 150 pages have been really, really good. Definitely gets way better towards the end and just picks up. It's just fucked as well. Like, takes a very dark turn when you find out what's going on in this book, which I really liked. I liked that it wasn't like toned down. Like, it was, they full on jump into what happened, and it's like, yeah, it's very intense, but it's a very good twist, and it kind of sets up all the characters in different lighting to what you thought. Like, people, it's not just about the main character. Like, there's it flips kind of all the character dynamics on their heads. You like think you might like this character, and then all of a sudden you're like, holy shit, I feel so bad for that person. Like, that was probably my favorite part about the last 50-60 pages. But yeah, I can't wait to finish it and do like a full review with Alex. But I got through the last 100 pages way quicker, so definitely gonna end up bumping the rating of this book up a little bit, I reckon. But yeah, I'll probably dive into it a bit more when I finish it, and then I think me and Alex will talk about our own books together tomorrow in the end of the video. So yeah.
Time I spoke, because it's been a while since I made a clip, but you would have seen that me and Bodhi swapped books again, so he gave me Credence, so I thought I'd give you my initial thoughts going into it. I'm 70 pages in and nothing's happened yet, so I thought I'd just give you my initial thoughts. I've wanted to read this for a while, only because, like, mainly because it's got a lot of attention around it because of the context in the book. I've heard very sexual, some of the things in it are like a lot. And I've also heard that guys generally enjoy it more than girls do. I think girls just feel uncomfortable reading a lot of things in this. That's what I've heard. I don't know. But yeah, Bodhi enjoyed it. I think he rated it like a 4, so that's pretty good for him, I'd say. But yeah, that's my initial thoughts going to this. I don't really have that high of a hope, that high of hopes. I am predicting I'll rate it between a 3 and a 4 star. So I'll just update you as the book goes on. Hello all, I thought I'd come on here and give you a bit of a book update because I'm now 346 pages in. Now, I only started this yesterday, like 12 a.m. yesterday. So, yesterday. So I've already read that much in 2 days, and you may think, oh, it must be a really good book. I wouldn't really say it's good. It's very addictive. But, yeah. The only way I can really describe this is sexual intercourse. That's really all the book is, to be honest. I wouldn't say it really particularly has a plot per se. Like, there's things in the book that they talk about and everything, but I wouldn't really say that's the plot. The main plot is sex, really. I really don't have anything else to say other than that. What I will say is the dynamic is so strange. Like, I'll let you all guess what this book's about, actually. A girl called Tiernan, I don't know how to say her name. Her mother and father commit suicide, and the only place she can go to live is to her Uncle Jake's house. Now, this is her dad's stepbrother. Uncle Jake is her dad's stepbrother. So she moves there, and he has 2 sons, Noah and Caleb. Noah and Caleb. And yeah, they're just in this cabin in kind of like the wilderness where they can't leave for weeks on end when the winter hits because they get snowed in. So, you seeing where I'm going with this? Because if you're not, don't search it up, maybe? I don't know. So, the dynamic between the father and the 2 sons, very strange. Very strange. Not something I would particularly choose to read about. It makes me quite uncomfortable, I would say, and I have heard that a lot of women find this book very hard to read because it's a woman in these situations with these guys. I don't even know what to say. Like, it's just, I feel like you could probably guess what this book's about if I'm saying it's about very sexual and it's 2 brothers and a dad. I honestly have no idea where this book's going because at this point, like I said, the only thing happening is that one thing, so don't know where this is going. I wish it had more of a plot, but on the back it does say they each want her. Well, that's a spoiler. They each want her, but only one of them is going to keep her, so to me that sounds a bit creepy. So surely like something will happen at the end. The one thing I'm finding extremely uncomfortable is she keeps calling him Uncle Jake. Yep. And also they keep calling her, like, they keep saying you're ours. That's making me really uncomfortable, but I'm hoping to have this book done by tomorrow, and let's be real, Bodhi's not going to have his done for a few more weeks, so, but that's, just thought I'd give you a little update as I'm going through. At this rate, I probably would rate it a 3. I wouldn't say it's not a bad book, that's the thing, like the writing's quite good. Well, that's really all I can say because it doesn't really have a plot. But I am hooked, like I'm very interested. I just want to know where it leads kind of thing. But a 3 at this point. I wouldn't rate it lower than a 3 because, like I said, it's not a bad book, but it's not really, I think the highest I'd probably give it is like a 3.75 maybe, but yeah, that's my thoughts at this point in time. So, I'm coming to you with my final update on Credence. Now, Bodhi, I think, rated this, I want to say like a 4 or 4.5. But I'm obviously not going to give my rating until I'm with him, which could be a while, because I don't think he's very far through Fairy Tale. But I read this in 3 days, so in saying that, you'd probably think, okay, it was a really good book, read it super quick. It is like nearly 600-page book. But it's not my favourite book I've ever read. I do have a rating in mind that I will be giving it. It's not a bad rating by any means. but I thought I'd give you my initial ending thoughts before I'm with Bodhi. So this book, I was definitely immersed in this book. I didn't really want to put it down. Very addictive book. Like I said in a previous clip, didn't really have a plot line per se. Definitely, I would say probably had a bit more of one towards the end of the book, but you don't really want to read a book with no plot. But in saying that, a lot of the time I wouldn't read it if a book didn't really have a plot line. I feel like I wouldn't really enjoy it. But this book, definitely, I was still intrigued, definitely wanting to read it and pick it up. Did I really finish it that quickly because I was that in love with it? No, I mainly finished it that quickly because I just wanted to know how the story wrapped up and how like this book ended for all 4 characters. The ending was a bit, I felt like, unexpected. I didn't expect the book to end how it did. Not that it was a bad way, I feel like it did wrap up quite nicely, but I do think this book would have done better if it ended with more of a cliffhanger, really on the edge of your seat kind of thing. Maybe not so much of a cliffhanger, but like really intense kind of thriller vibes with lots of mystery and very kind of creepy. So I felt like that's the whole time what this book was giving, very creepy energy and very like not everything's as it seems. So I kind of wish it ended like that, but honestly it ended quite tame and beautifully compared to the entire book, because I would not be calling this book beautiful or tame. Go into this book knowing it's literally all sex from page like 100-ish onwards. Very intense sexual scenes, I will say that. So if you don't even like smut in books, don't even bother picking this book up, because it's not even smut. It really isn't. I would never pick this book up again. Would I read her again? I'm not entirely sure. I might read her again. I wouldn't say her writing is something like I'm obsessed with, but in saying that again, I was hooked. So maybe I should give another one of her books a go. But yeah, I'll give you my final thoughts with Bodhi when he also finishes his book, and I'll give you my rating then.
So this is well overdue, but me and Alex have done this book swap, and I've been reading Fairy Tale by Stephen King. So I was meant to do an update halfway through the book. I'm probably 2/3 of the way through the book, but what I'll do is I'll just recap everything from here. So I'll split it into 2 parts. The book's about a boy who meets an old man and they become quite close friends, and he's looking after the man in his house because he takes a fall and he finds out there's something strange about the shed in the old man's house. And this is what I mean by I'll split it into 2 parts. So the first part of the book is all just about them building this relationship. So he falls off a ladder and gets hurt, and so the main character, Charlie Reed, is looking after him for the first probably like third to half of the book. But it's good because it just builds up their relationship. But as they build their relationship, more weird things start happening with this shed in the backyard. And the other thing to do with Charlie and the old man, whose name's Mr. Bowditch, or Bowditch. I don't really know which one I'd say. Howard. He's got this dog, Radar, and that's a big reason why Charlie likes coming over to the house so much, because he loves the dog. But the dog's really old and getting sick and doesn't have much longer left. So all this weird stuff's going on with the shed. And as you get to about the halfway mark, it's a quick spoiler alert, but Mr. Bowditch ends up dying, and he leaves a note telling Charlie everything about the shed, and that the shed's actually a portal to another world, like a very like fairy tale like world, fantasy world. And he tells him that there's a sundial down there, and that if you put yourself or the dog on the sundial and spin it, that it turns your body clock backwards and it'll age you backwards. So he's gone down into this shed and into this other world for the first time to try and save Radar, the dog, by putting her on the sundial and making her younger again. So that is like the first half of the book. So Charlie has been down in, oh my God, I've forgotten the name of the fairy tale, like the other world. But anyways, he's down in this other world and he meets all these people and they've all like deformed, and it's called this disease called the grey. So it used to be a very like stereotypical fairy tale land where everything's good and they speak in like high language, but someone called the Flight Killer has come through and brought through what's called the grey, which is like a disease that deforms everyone and they slowly become sick and die. And so Charlie's trying to get Radar to the sundial to save her and make her young again, but he's meeting all these people who are really, really nice, but they've got the grey. And so he finally gets Radar to the sundial, but he ends up getting captured. And you can tell as he's going through this world that he's getting quite attached to the people and the place, and he wants to know more about why it's happening and if there's anything he can do to help. But he ends up getting caught by what they call the night soldiers, and they're Flight Killers, like soldiers. So, and they live underground. And so where I'm up to now is that he's been kept in a prison underground by the night soldiers, and they're trying to get rid of the whole people, who are the people who don't have the grey, so the people who can't get sick. So that's what the Flight Killer's trying to do. He's trying to get rid of all these whole people who are descendants of royalty. And so he's down in this prison, and they've gathered up all these whole people, and they're trying to get up to 32 people so they can hold what they call the Fair One, which is pretty much like a battle royale. They're all going to fight each other to the death just so that they can get rid of all the whole people in the most entertaining way possible. So I've literally just gotten up to the part now where they started the Fair One. And so he's kind of formed relationships with a lot of the people in the prison with him. And this has kind of gone on a bit longer than I thought, but it seems that they do that a lot that Stephen King does that a lot in this book, where he spends time building relationships and understanding the history of the place before, or the person before you get to the big event. So that's where I'm up to now. I hope this explanation wasn't too long and that it gave you a good idea of what's going on, but I'm very excited to get from here to the end of the book. I think this will be the best part. Like, I just got hooked on the last 20 pages I just read. I was hooked, so I'm very excited. I'll give you an update again at the end of the book. So yeah.
Years later.
Well. Look who it is.
Who?
It's only been 3 months. That's actually embarrassing.
Oopsies.
Not my embarrassment, his.
Honest mistake.
It was not. You didn't even try.
Sure I did at the start.
Okay, so the clip got deleted of us giving each other our books, but I gave Bodhi Fairy Tale by Stephen King, which is a 6-star read for me.
I know I gave you Credence, which I gave like 3.5 stars, I think it was.
Oh, so it's gone down a rating.
Why? Did
I
I
think
give
you
it 4?
said 4 or 4.5
It was.
originally.
It definitely isn't a 4.5. It's 4 or 3.5. One of the other.
So I'll go first because I finished mine literally months ago. I finished Credence in I think 3 days.
That's
to put that into
ridiculous.
perspective, because he finished his in 3 months.
Fucking hell.
I ended up reading Credence, which you would have already seen because I did a reading wrap up for that month. I ended up rating it a 3-star, which I feel like is quite generous because it doesn't have a plot.
It's not that good. It's just sex.
It doesn't have a plot, but it is addictive.
Yeah.
Hence the
Just-
3.
Just sex.
I just don't know if the author's writing is for me because I've heard her other books are quite similar, where there's not too much of a plot going on.
She's just writing.
Banging it
dirty
out,
books,
yeah. So that was my rating for Credence. What did you rate Fairy Tale?
Fairy Tale, I would give a 4.75. I'd give it a 5, but I read it over. It's not the book's fault. It's my fault because I read it over such a long time. So like it kind of got like it's almost like it was 2 books because I just read it over too long. So.
But how did it feel reading a Stephen King book for the first
Yeah,
time?
we could definitely tell the difference in the writing. Like the writing was so much better. It was ridiculous, and the setup, like the way he made you actually care about all the characters before everything that happened.
And wouldn't that be like such a good show?
It would be a very good show. Yeah, it definitely would. I thought it was. Yeah, I thought maybe if anything, the start. It's like when he's becoming friends with the old man. I thought if anything, that was stretched out just a tiny bit too much.
You know what I thought the entire time reading it? I thought the dad was going to end up being dodgy. But he wasn't.
Think that once. Yeah, I didn't think that at all. I thought, you know what I didn't like? There was like one gripe I had about it in the end. The bad guy, the Queen's brother. Spoilers, by the way. What is his name?
Please. My channel literally has in the thing.
Eldon?
I don't know who the Queen's brother. I read that.
The guy who was like the octopus guy. Oh, the flight killer. Yeah, I think his name was Eldon. But he just died like that. Like it was like the whole lead up, like how bad he is.
Wait,
bad.
Is Fairy Tale the one with the really big ogre?
No,
the chick?
Yes, yeah. Molly.
Okay, yeah. She was scary.
Yeah. No, that was like he fought her. It took like the way he killed her, this giant, and I think her name was Molly, or the daughter's name was Molly, whatever it was. But like he killed this giant. Even the way he killed her was like a bigger deal than when he kills when the flight killer, the biggest bad guy, dies. It was just like, oh, he's dead now, which I thought was
Why did you care?
Well, that was genuinely that was the only gripe I had in the end of the book, because he just died. I was like, oh, it was good. I thought
good. I feel like it's a good Stephen King book to start with because a lot of his books are quite heavy, like really like intense and like scary.
It was like it picked up out of nowhere. Like it wasn't that bad at all, and then all of a sudden everyone was fucking dying left, right, and center. People getting fucking
it was a
tortured.
perfect mix between like shit that actually could happen. Like I mean, like dark stuff, and then not being too dark, so you could still read it.
The saddest part was when his friend dies. Sad.
But yes, I will not be doing this video ever again with Bodhi. Maybe I will if we gave each other a 1 week limit. Which, actually, I did give you a limit. And you didn't listen.
Did you? I don't remember that.
I gave you multiple limits, and then even before we left, I said you have to have the book done before we left, and you still couldn't finish it before we left.
I don't remember that either. I don't remember any of that.
Of course, you could rely on me, just I couldn't rely on you.
I finished it in the end.
Anyway, thanks for watching this video. It's been a long time coming. I apologize.
I'm sorry.
This is why you can only rely on women. Goodbye.
Bye.